Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to go over ways you can fix your chatting system. If you're struggling to make money on OnlyFans, even though you have subscribers coming in, this video is for you. Now, most creators don't have a content problem, they have a chatting problem. You might be getting subs, you might be posting content regularly. But when it comes to your DMs, people aren't buying, tipping, or unlocking any of your messages. And usually the reason is quite simple. You're either too salesy, too awkward, or you just don't know what to say. So you panic and try and sell anyways. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how chatting actually works on OnlyFans, why selling too fast kills your income, and how to build real connection with subscribers so spending feels natural. No complicated psychology, no cringy scripts, just a simple way to understand chatting that actually makes you money. Let's start with the biggest mistake that creators are making. They're treating their OnlyFans page DMs a bit like a shop. So they think, I need to sell, I need to push out content, I need to send paid messages. So the chat kind of sounds like these things here. Hey babe, how are you? Want to see something sexy? You send a paid message and then nothing. No reply, no unlock, no tip. That's because OnlyFans is not Amazon. It's not a shop. People don't come on OnlyFans to specifically buy content. As much as you'd think it works that way, it just doesn't. So subscribers actually come to your page because they want to feel wanted, they want to feel special, connected, and chosen. When you jump straight into selling something, you're breaking that illusion. To the subscriber, it kind of just feels like, oh, this is just another person trying to get my money. And once that thought appears, the spending's gonna stop. Don't get me wrong, people do subscribe on OF just for the content, but if you want to be attracting those bigger spenders, those long-term whales, then you do need to have a connection with them. So you do need to actually have a big mindset shift. This is the most important thing to understand. People don't pay for content, they pay for connection. The content is just the excuse for them to be there. And if you think about it, if it was just about the content, so the photos and videos, they could get that for free literally everywhere on the web. But they have subscribed to you specifically because they want attention, intimacy, conversation, and the feeling that you actually care about them. So your job in the messages is not to sell, but make them feel comfortable, make them feel interesting, make them feel chosen. Once those three things are there, the selling will become so much easier. And being salesy actually kills your chat income because when you're being too salesy, you're rushing, essentially. You're sending paid messages way too fast. You're pushing offers without any context. And you're not listening to the subscribers. And the subscriber kind of just feels pressured. And the pressure is going to kill that desire. And think about a real life scenario. So if someone walked up to you and said, hi, buy this, you'd pull away. You'd be like, what the hell's going on? But if someone talked to you, made you laugh, showed some interest, and then suggested something naturally, you'd be open to it. OnlyFans chatting works the exact same way it would in a real life scenario. The money is not made in the offer, the money is made before the offer. When you start an OnlyFans page, you don't really expect that you need sales knowledge. But using sales techniques is actually really smart when it comes to OnlyFans chatting. And you're not only just selling a product, you're selling the illusion, that connection with the subscriber. I want to go through what the OnlyFans chat is actually for. In simple terms, OnlyFans DMs only have one real purpose: to build that emotional comfort and curiosity. That's literally it. Not to spam, not to pitch, not to sell immediately. Your chats should feel like a flirty conversation, a private moment, something personal. Subscribers should feel like, this doesn't feel automated, this feels real. She's actually talking to me. When someone feels that, they want to spend and they don't feel forced to. Think of it this way, right? A new sub comes to your page and the first thing they get bombarded with is, buy this pay-per-view, buy this, buy that. They're going to be like, okay, like you're just throwing it in my face. They're almost going to feel like it's a bit rude, like you haven't even had a conversation yet and you're already just trying to make them buy something. It's going to make them feel like you just want their money. Compared to if a new sub comes in, you spend 30 minutes getting to know them, they would be so much more likely to open a pay-per-view straight away. Even 30 minutes, that's just an example, but it is more of like a long-time game. The more connection you have with a subscriber, the more they'll spend on you. And there's 3 phases of a money-making chat. So let's get very practical. Every successful chat follows the same 3 phases. So phase 1 is the warm-up. So this is where you build the connection. And this is where most creators mess up because they don't actually do this at all. The warm-up is not, oh, like, hey babe, how are you? They are dead messages. They're inviting boring replies like, good you, like, what are you doing? Oh, nothing much you. You don't want to have that dead convo. So instead, your warm-up should be showing interest. Give them something to actually reply to and make it feel personal. So for example, hey, I saw you just subscribed. What made you click on my page? You give calm energy. Are you more chill or more chaotic? Random question, but are you a night person or a morning person? Because these messages open a conversation, they build personality, and they make the subscriber feel noticed. Stay in this phase longer than you think you should. It's so important to build that connection with your subscribers. Think of it exactly like a real life scenario. If you meet someone, let's say at a party, you're gonna ask their name, their age, where they're from. You're just going to have some small talk. So you have to replicate that on your OnlyFans page. And then you have phase 2. This is where you build the emotion and the flirtation. So for example, once they reply, you can lean into that connection. This is where you mirror their energy, flirt lightly, ask follow-up questions. So for example, the subscriber says, I'm definitely a night person. You can say, that makes sense. Night people are usually more fun. What do you usually get up to late at night? You're not selling, you're building a moment, and this phase is where the desire builds. It's really important as well to mirror their energy, because if you make them feel like you're the same person and that you're going to get on really well, that's how you really flourish with that connection. And then that leans into phase 3. This is the natural transition to the paid content without just shoving it in their face. So now, and only now, you introduce content. And the key is you never sell content out of nowhere. That's the worst thing to do. You need to connect it into your conversation. So for example, if they're talking about being alone at night, honestly, that's when I'm at my most dangerous. I actually took something a little too hot earlier. Then you can send the paid message. Now it feels relevant in the conversation. It feels personal, like you've just sent it to them, and they're going to be tempted. This is not salesy. Now, why do most creators send content too early? It's either because they're nervous, they want quick money, they don't trust the process, but rushing does actually kill the long-term income. A subscriber who feels connected will unlock more, tip more, stay subscribed longer, and also a subscriber who feels sold to will ignore your messages, mute the chat, or unsubscribe. Slow chats make more money, and this is hard to accept, but it's true. Like I said earlier, it's a long-term game. In total, over the course of when they first subscribe to the point they spend, you might have to spend hours just having small talk with them, getting to know them, building that connection for them to actually spend a lot on you. And the same subscriber could subscribe to 2 different girls, and one of them could shove content in his face and one could build a connection. Whose page is he going to unsubscribe from? The one who shoved the content in his face. Why would he need to stay sub to her when he's got this amazing connection with this other girl? And you don't want to sound fake when you're talking, so this is quite important. You don't need to sound overly sexual all the time. In fact, it's actually quite a turn-off for some people. So you need to sound natural, relaxed, and human. Instead of, I want you so bad right now, and just overusing emojis, try saying something like, you're kind of distracting me right now, not gonna lie. And talk in text tone. Don't be robotic. It's less try hard, it's more real, and subscribers are smart at the end of the day. They will know when you're forcing it. Like if you can't have a normal conversation as well and you're just constantly being like overly sexual or flirty, that's not natural. No one is like that in real life. They're gonna know that you're just trying to put them in the mood for them to spend money. And just a final thing with mindset that will change your chat income, and you have to remember this, engrave this into your brain. If they feel connected, they will spend. If they feel connected, they will spend. You don't need that pressure. You don't need scripts that sound fake. And you don't need to constantly be selling to people. You need patience, curiosity, and real conversation. The patience is key because, like I said, you could be speaking to someone for hours and hours before they actually spend. But if you do get that connection with someone, they could spend big. You've got to view it as your goal is not to sell today. Your goal is to make them want to come back tomorrow, and so on and so on. And that's how real OnlyFans income is actually built. It is not about quick wins. And my advice to anyone doing OnlyFans for a quick win, quick money, just don't do it. Having an OnlyFans page is essentially like you owning your own business. You need to show up every day and you need to work hard for it to be successful. And we all know how hard it is to get quick wins, overnight success. If this video helped you understand chatting in a new way, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like the video. I hope you found some value in this video, and like I said, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.